This week, we're tracking major legislation that could change how state regulations are approved, along with proposals to increase healthcare transparency and reform insurance approvals. You're watching the Matthews Area Chamber Advocacy Update. I'm Sarah Principe, and it's March 24th, 2025. Last week, the most significant legislative development for the business community was House Bill 402, also known as the NC REINS Act. This bill would require explicit approval from the General Assembly for any new state regulation expected to have an economic impact of $1 million or more per year. Currently, most regulations are reviewed by the state's Rules Review Commission, but this bill would add an additional layer of legislative oversight. Instead of agencies implementing new rules after commission approval, affected regulations would have to pass both the House and Senate before taking effect. Supporters argue that this ensures elected officials, not agencies, make final decisions on major regulations, preventing costly mandates from being imposed without legislative approval. Opponents argue that the $1 million threshold could capture a wide range of regulations, adding delays and uncertainty for businesses that rely on regulatory clarity. House Bill 402 has passed the Regulatory Reform Committee and now moves to the House Judiciary Committee for further review. If enacted, it could have major impact on businesses by limiting the scope of new regulations while also changing the timeline for how rules are implemented. With healthcare costs continuing to be a major concern for businesses and employees, several bills aim to improve transparency and streamline processes. Senate Bill 316 would require hospitals to disclose potential out-of-network charges and provide upfront cost estimates for non-urgent procedures. It also limits facility fees for outpatient services. Supporters say it will empower consumers, while critics argue it adds paperwork and compliance challenges without offering significantly more transparency. Senate Bill 315 focuses on reforming the prior authorization process used by insurance companies to approve or deny medical treatments. It sets stricter deadlines for approvals and requires that denials be reviewed by a specialist in the same field. It also bans insurers from using AI as the sole basis for denying care. Now, House Bill 434 takes a more aggressive approach, allowing healthcare providers with a strong approval record to bypass prior authorization requirements. It also requires that any denial of care come from a doctor with direct experience treating the condition. The House bill has strong backing from medical groups, but Senate leaders question its potential cost. That's all for today. We'll continue tracking these and other policies that could impact businesses in Matthews. Until next time, I'm Sarah Principe, and this has been the Matthews Area Chamber Advocacy Update.